my S&P E-mini trade plan part 1. So this is where I go over what my trade plan looks like, and the reason I do it this way is it works for me. I like it. There's no right or wrong way of doing a trade plan. You might look at somebody else's trade plan and it might be totally different, okay, than what my trade plan looks like. But I like mine because what it does is it reassures me and it makes me kind of remember what I need to look at, okay, and it kind of keeps me in check with my trading. And this is what I believe is one of the most important things. I read it a couple times a week of how to be successful, or it's the tool that gives me the ability to be successful and profitable. So let's kind of jump into it. And first off, what we have is always enter a trade with a plan and use entry, target, and stops, okay? So before I enter any trade, I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to look on the charts. I'm going to look at all different time frames. I'm going to make sure, is this a very high probability trade? Where am I going to enter? Where's my stop loss? And where's my target going to be? Those are going to be the most successful and high probability trades. But if you enter with a plan, you keep it very mechanical, and over time you will be successful. Always be aware of market conditions such as volatility, trends, right? The different patterns that are forming. These are everyday things that you just need to look at the chart, and you'll be able to know them all within 20 seconds. Which way's the trend? What's the market doing? Are there any patterns that I could see? Anything like that. So those are things that I'm going to look for all the time. Next, trade small enough so I can live to trade another day. Okay, this is, I'm not trying to make more money than the guy next door or this trader or that trader. I'm just trying to make enough money to make a decent living, okay, to where I don't need a real job. And it's very possible, okay? And there are going to be days where you make a lot of money. There are going to be days where you lose money, but then there's also going to be days where there's really no trade. And you have to kind of be understanding of that, but also you also have to trade small enough to where you don't blow up your account in one bad trade or one single day. Be patient and wait for price to come to you, okay? That's it took me years to learn that, but now I've become very patient. Kind of going back to what I just said, there are going to be days where I don't take a single trade. Those are days where, believe it or not, I'm actually, okay, hey, I did everything right. I'll look at the market. I go, did I miss a trade? Not really. The market traded within a 5-point range the whole day. There was no very high probability trade. There are going to be days where you have 4 or 5 great trades, okay, that make up for the slow days. Do not overthink the trade, okay? See the trade, say the trade, place the trade, okay? Keep it very simple. Keep it very easy. Everything like that, okay? Don't go look for all this other confirmation, anything like that. Just you see the trade, say the trade, you place the trade, okay? Keep it very simple. Don't overtrade, or sorry, don't overthink the trade. Have pending orders where I want to buy and sell, right? That comes back down to the trade plan, right? If I have a trade plan, I know exactly where I want to buy, sell, short, okay? Where my target, stop losses, then that's exactly having my plan, and I'll put the orders in there and wait for price to come to me. Next, become a master of the product that I trade. I'm a master of the S&P E-mini futures. I know everything. I know different strategies to use with it. I know what time frames work best. I know what indicators work best with what time frames, what moving averages, okay? I am a master of this one product, and you have to become the same way. So S&P Emini trade plan part 2, right? So here is be observant and know and detect a trend of the market. Okay, I turned on the computer, I don't see a trade and take it right away. I just want to kind of analyze, be observant, what's happening, what's the trend, are there patterns, anything like that. I want to kind of make sure I'm saying, hey, are we in a high volatility day, or is it going to be maybe a low volatility day, a very narrow range day? Okay. And now we're going to get a little more into the part of my trade plan where I have more of, these are the patterns I look for. Okay, so trade the waterfall with reversal candles on the 5 and 15 minute chart, right? So I'm looking for waterfalls and reverse waterfalls with reversal candles, such as dojis, shooting stars, hammers, right? On the 5 and 15 minute time frames. I'm looking for support and resistance levels, and hey, do we just run up in a reverse waterfall and now we have a candle up at that level? I want a short. It confirms and gives me the higher probability trade. Next, trade RSI divergence on the 512 tick chart. This is where I look for price on the 512 tick chart of the Emini S&Ps, where you actually have the RSI divergence making lower lows, we'll say, while price is making higher highs. That's a divergence because they both should be making higher highs. So I'll look for those trade setups. Next, trade major support and resistance levels. Remember, draw these levels out before the market starts or right when you jump on, right? Look for where price potentially could stall and reverse. Trade the 2200 double moving average setup, okay? That's where it's that single line, right? The blue and red line, okay? Where if price is above it, bullish, it's going to be blue. If it's below, it's going to be red, okay? I'll look for very first touches of those after prices move substantially away from them. The very first retest of them, I'll look to be a buyer. Trade the shadow trader value area high and low. Okay, I'll put my value area high and low, and then I'll look to trade those levels if the market gives me that opportunity. Okay. And then my trade plan part 3. Okay, I'm going to look at the market profile, trade the market profile, low volume nodes, high volume nodes, naked volume points of control, right? On the 5-day, 5-minute, and then also the 15 minute, 20-day chart. Okay, I'll look for where's there a high volume node or low volume where price potentially could reverse. I'm also going to look to trade single prints, gaps, and then the naked virgin points of volume points of control, again on the 5-day, 5-minute. I'm going to watch for the first hour Fibonacci support and resistance, right? That's the first hour high and low, okay, from regular trading hours, and then the Fibonacci extensions. Okay, if we get to 1, I'll look to fade it. If we start to move up into the extensions, I'll look for shorts, okay, or longs depending if we're above or below the market. I'm going to look for Fibonacci extension retracements, right, on the 15-minute, 1 and 4 hour, right? So if we have a 100% move, I'll be looking for the 123.6% retracement. Okay, I'll look to short on the very first touch. I'll also look for retracement of the 5 and 15-minute waterfall candle. This is, we did a whole lesson called the 50% candle retracement, right? So as prices in the waterfall, we'll say, is it retraces part of that candle, its previous candle, but we know it's in the waterfall, prices should keep going lower. We're just trying to get in at a lot better price with very little, and we hope it reverses and keeps going lower. And then finally, trade Nadex for a hedge strategy on the Emini S&Ps and also bounce levels, okay? I'll look for maybe an hour left in the Nadex contracts where price is maybe a support or resistance level, and also if those numbers link up to what Nadex has and where the low end of them, I'll actually go short the Nadex and then I'll go long E-minis or whatever. I did a whole lesson on that, but these are all everything that I look for. Okay, this is my E-mini trade plan. It just reminds me to stay focused in exactly what trades to look for. So I hope that helps you. I hope you're able to create your own trade plan from seeing a kind of peek into mine. And these trade plans will help you become a successful and profitable S&P E-mini trader as long as you stick with it and you read them every single day, every couple days, and it just becomes clockwork.